here filming on the sofa, and it's our special series here at Red Brick. So we have Jamie on the sofa from Caligaris.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So what is the brand about?
Caligaris is an Italian brand. It's from northern Italy. Been making furniture since the 1920s.
Yeah.
Really famous originally for making tables and chairs. Largest manufacturer of tables and chairs in Italy.
Okay.
But now they have a complete concept, so everything from living, dining, bedroom and accessories to support that.
Right, okay, amazing. So is table and chairs still the main seller for the brand?
Yeah, they're still very good at tables and chairs, and probably, I'm biased, but in Red Brick now I think they've got the biggest range and biggest display of tables and chairs. But over the last few years they've bought an upholstery company, an Italian one. They've just bought an Italian lighting company, so they're expanding the range. There's a full concept of furniture to meet the house.
Amazing. So this year, what kind of colours and shapes are coming through? Is there anything that's standing out for you at the moment?
I think Italian brands are classically stylish, so they don't tend to follow trends so closely. They work really carefully with lacquers, glosses, glass and ceramic, which is the big trend and has been the big trend in furniture probably the last 2 years, is the ceramic finishes. Caligaris has the largest range of ceramic finishes in all the retailers in Red Brick, and you're just seeing that spreading across more furniture. So it started on dining tables, but now you're seeing that on top of bedroom cabinets, on top of TV units. Yeah,
so it's really interesting as well how you said, like with furniture pieces and things, it doesn't follow a trend, because a lot of people try to kind of implement a trend into the home, and actually it is so fast paced. It is more about getting that classic kind of design that you love.
Keep the key pieces really simple. Go with fabrics and colours that will be timeless and classic. And use accessories, use your cushions, use your vases, use the pieces which you can replace cost effectively to bring the colours, to bring the latest designs in.
Yeah, absolutely, I totally agree.
Choose a sofa, take some time, get it right, get the right fabric, don't rush. And then you can bring your other pieces, your rugs, your coffee tables, your side tables, your throws, your cushions. And you can keep those pieces to be updated more regularly, but make sure that you really spend the time investing in the sofa.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you see customers kind of coming in with mood boards and things and kind of sticking to brief?
You get a real variety of customers. You get some customers who can visualize things really easily. So they can't see the finish that they want in the shop necessarily, or the chair they want, but they're able to visualize that in their own head and then go ahead and be quite confident with a decision. Some people will come in with a range of kitchen cabinets, floor finishes, wall colours, and work really hard to get it all to match in. And again, that's a really good step to take, and I'd really recommend people to do that. But again, you still need to take something away and put it into your natural light, because the natural light in your home is so important and so different wherever you go. And again, something can look very different here as it can look in your home. Yeah,
absolutely. So with anyone starting a new design scheme for their home, what would your #1 tip be?
Measure your space, understand the reality of your space. What we do at Caligaris is that we actually have an interior design service which we can offer to our customer. So we've got a 3D CAD system. So if you bring in your room sizes, dimensions, doors, windows, floor finishes, we can then draw that up into a 3D plan.
Oh, amazing.
And then drop in some variety of furniture that you may be interested in, just to get you an idea of how the space works, what the visualization is, and sometimes that can change your opinion dramatically from where you start from.
Okay, that's a really good tip. Have you got any more?
In fact, another great, another genuinely great tip. It's real old school. Is to measure out. So if you're thinking about, I'm thinking of a table and 6 chairs. Go home, get a bit of cardboard, get a bit of newspaper, tape it out on the floor, measure it out, because you'll be amazed how much that may well affect your decision. What you think you can get away with more, or what you think you get away with less. But rather than make a mistake, a costly mistake. But it's still that last minute of seeing it in place that they go like, wow, that's just as I imagined it, or that's better than I imagined it. And that's a really important feeling for people to have, rather than the one where, oh my God, it's too big. Which again is regrettable and costly sometimes.
So you said you went on a delivery yesterday, so how does that work then?
Okay, so we at Caligaris have got our own delivery and assembly team who work closely with other retailers in the mill as well. And they take our furniture out and we'll assemble it in your home, put it in place, and take away all the rubbish.
Amazing.
Occasionally, depends on the discussion with the customer, is that myself or the staff that work for me will get involved and we'll go out on those installations.
Yeah.
It may be that they actually want some help further with accessories and rugs and lights to add to the initial order, and we'll take those out with us and put those around the new furniture to give them some idea of what the next steps are if they want to add to their original order.
Yeah.
Or sometimes needs must, and I chip in like anybody else, which yesterday I made a delivery in North Wales.
Oh, nice.
So it was a holiday home that somebody had bought, and they bought a table and chairs.
Yeah.
So I went out on the delivery, make sure that the customer's happy with that.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's really good.
So it's all about the customer journey.
It's all about, I mean, at the end of the day, when people come in the building, that's the starting process.
Yeah.
And the end moment is the day or the moment that the items are unpacked, delivered, put into your home, and finished. And that's as important as the minute that they walk into your showroom and you greet them and you start to introduce them to the product that you sell.
Yeah. So with the power of kind of social media now and all the images and things like that, do you find that customers sometimes come a little bit more confused because they've got so many different images that they love and they kind of don't know what their style is anymore, or they just haven't found it yet?
I think you're right. I think it can be really beneficial, or it can be like a sweep shop where you suddenly put loads of choice in front of people and it's really hard to make a decision. So it's our job then to help them steer them through some of those imagery, and we can all fall in love with lots of things, but when you start to ask some more practical questions, is there children, is there dogs, is there particular needs for things to be, sometimes some of the visuals that they think they love actually aren't practical for the life that they live.
It's kind of like a 2-minute makeover.
Well, no, it is. But your homes are really personal, and as you've said already, with the world of Instagram and the world that's much more visual today, is that people connect with the visual so much stronger.
Yeah.
And the difference in the customer experience and the customer expectation 15 years ago and today is immense.
Yeah.
And people are coming with much stronger ideas of how they think they want their house to look.
Yeah.
So they've got much stronger opinions on what it wants to be than 10 years ago, where they came in asking for much more advice and you were directing them much more.
Yeah, absolutely. So what kind of style do you have then?
What style do I have? So I've worked for Habitat, I've worked for Beau Concept, and I've worked for Caligaris. So it's got a real Scandinavian stroke Italian stroke English mix, and I guess there's no reason or no right point that you have to have one thing in one room.
Yes, exactly.
And you can be eclectic and you can mix styles. So I love the Scandi look, I love the natural look of the Danish look, but equally in certain places I love the cleanness of Italian design and the style of Italian design, which is effortless.
Yeah, it is.
So at the moment I live in a living space mostly with Scandinavian product, and I have most of my bedrooms are Italian in their design.
Right, okay, amazing. So how did you get into
it?
Yeah, how did you get into it? What's your story?
Well, I've got no background in design or interiors at all.
Yeah.
I've been a retailer all my life.
Yeah.
And in the early part of my life I started to work for Paperchase.
Okay.
And I think working for Paperchase opened my eyes to what great design is, even in a pencil case or even in a notebook or whatever else. The guys that started Paperchase I worked for in the early days, so back 20 years or so ago. So Robert and Tim were really influential in my kind of knowledge of design and what I liked. And they educated me. And then I went to work for Habitat, and that was the next process of understanding the kind of Conran era. Tom Dixon was part of Habitat in those days, so so that influenced design. And then I joined Beau Concept and worked for those guys for 13 or 14 years. So Scandinavian design really became everything for me.
Yeah.
And I guess when you work in such a lovely environment with such great product, it's not hard to fall in love with it. It's not hard to love it.
Just it's as simple as that, isn't it?
So everywhere you go, everything you do, which cities you visit, what shops you go in, you look for design in whatever you do. So it's a fantastic world to work in.
It opens your eyes, you just see the detail.
You see so much more. It becomes a little bit boring for people who don't see it, because when you go shopping, you start to just wander off and go off into your own world, rather than perhaps go and buy the pair of jeans that you're intended to. It's not a difficult thing to enjoy. It really isn't.
Yeah. Amazing. So it's been lovely speaking with you.
Thank you.
Lots of good tips as well.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Great stuff. Please come and visit Red Brick Mill. It's a great place.
Oh, absolutely.
Nothing outside of London gives you the experience that you find in Red Brick.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay.